are now passing Regua, and this is a road that goes along the river for a couple kilometers. It's quite pretty. I don't think you can see much with this angle, but yeah, it's the Rio Douro, the river that goes to Porto. 15 kilometers in, we'll turn to Amarante, and then we'll go north from there, because I want to go to two different scrapyards. Well, one of them is a proper scrapyard in Faf. The other one is a garage that has some spares too, and some cars for dismantling. This garage that happens to have a couple of spares is in Nasira Dalisha, and it's where that BX for spares is sitting at the moment. This is the donor for the seats I have put in my BX, and I wanted to buy a couple more parts. Nothing that I can't find anywhere else, but it's a good opportunity, I think. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make this second deal because the seller is now not answering my messages. Let's see. It's on the way to the other one. We're going to the other scrapyard because I need to buy the sunroof for the Alfa. The one that is in there is leaking, and I always forget about this until the first rain season in September, October. That's not the best time to be doing a sunroof replacement, because if something goes wrong, it might get even worse than it is now. One thing is for sure, my passenger seat is completely messed up because of the water that went there. It would be cool if I could grab a couple more things from this scrapyard. For example, this is broken, it is a cheap part, and basically I can get it from any Civic or any CS 445 that happens to be there. I also need a steering wheel for the 33. Well, not the steering wheel, just the center. It depends on the price, and sometimes they don't want to sell just the center for the horn. I also need a power window button for that one, because I managed to wreck it. To be fair, I wrecked it because I tried to use a bit more force than I should, but it was already feeling very, very tight and not working. A lot of people don't like driving this road because there are a couple corners and there is no light. Sometimes you happen to get a slow Joe in front of you and it's not easy to overtake, and it's a bit tight. I like it. We are deep in the wine region. I don't know if you're able to see that, but there are many wineries here. Yeah, don't use a blinker. That was not me. Fourth gear, you're a bit optimistic, aren't you? But yes, you're doing 15 fourth and going uphill. But I have to use third gear. Imagine American tourists on the Fiat Puntos 1.2 trying to negotiate these corners. Now you know why sometimes it's a bit difficult to make good progress here. Stop here to show you a bit the sights. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit windy, but beautiful, I think. I've been born and raised a couple kilometers from here, so maybe I don't give it as much value as people that see it for the first time. But yeah, it's pretty. You know, this is a steep hill because we are in fourth and we are losing speed and I'm with the foot buried. Yeah, let's go to third. Maybe second. It temporarily gets a bit better. It's gonna be flat a couple 100 meters from here, and then it goes very uphill again. People casually crossing a 90km/h road. Now we have this bump and a funny little bridge. Oh, and by the way, 2 cars can't fit, it's one at a time. Let's do it slowly, so as not to knacker our silent blocks, which are not as silent as they should anymore. And this is another favorite of mine, let's go for it. Yes. Enough. It's interesting, this car, because it's not particularly controlled or composed. I mean, it's composed for the kind of car that it is, for a small hatchback. Obviously an MG ZS would fix this, and this is what I want to say. You notice that the potential is there, it's just that the car has been set up for something totally different. Because you can put the car exactly where you want, but you can put it there quickly. It's very agile. Goodbye, MPG. Go, 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 go. You're doing very well. This is the thing with the 1.4K series. It's not a particularly torquey engine. It is for a 16 valve, but it's still a 16 valve engine. This is a car that weighs 1,200 kilos. But if you really push it, if you go over 4,000 revs, you feel that it kind of pulls. Not as well as this Volvo S60 in front of us, obviously, but that's a different kettle of fish. And I don't really have the power to overtake him here, so yeah. Shut up, boat. Let's go now. Naughty. I still haven't solved the issue with idle sensor, and I have to clean the throttle body, and because of that, every time I go for another gear, it raises the idle. Not cool.